So you must be intentional. So you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's going to be intentional, and we both will work together to make sure it's a favorable outcome. You want to be married. That's one thing. From this, what you want in a relationship, you want to be in a position that after the relationship should bring about, because it's intentional, to be married. Then you want to have children. And you have to remember now, your age plays a whole lot of difference in the children, not just having children, but how many children that you really want. These are kind of questions you got to ask when you're talking about a relationship. What in a relationship? Then the next thing is you would ask yourself, what kind of person that I'm looking for to be in a relationship with? See, in a man for a relationship is not the same as what a man seeks in a woman. What attracts a man to a woman is not the same as what a man is attracted to that woman attracted to that man. See, we have to keep that in mind. See, a lot of time we get caught up thinking that we're all the same. We're not. We're two different individuals. We see things different. And when we see, we know what we are looking for. The majority of men, and I just want to be straightforward with you, will be in that category as being identified as providers, protector. Now, we're seeing some things in the modern time that a lot of individuals are not providers. They're not capable of being protectors. They're not prophets, not priests, or they're not leaders. See, these are the things that a man should bring to the table. And a woman said, okay, if you ask them, if it's a blind date, you with your friend, and they say, I have somebody I want you to check out as a good guy, but the first question come out of that young lady's mouth is what? That female mouth or that woman's mouth. What is that? What's that question? What is that question? And let's be realistic. You know what it is. It is what kind of job he has. Because you want to make sure he's able to provide, even to start in the dating process or the early relationship process. You want to make moving in an upper projector. You want to make sure he's able to be in to where you are. You have to ask that question. Now, if you ask a man, you set up a blind date for a man, and you're with your brother, your friend, or whatever it is, or with your girlfriend, whatever. You say, I have a friend that you may like, and the first thing he's going to say, quickly, what would he say? What would he say? How she look? See, we got this situation where men are visual. They react to what they see. That's where your lust stage come into play. When you, in your associate, you're beginning, you know, how did she look? You start asking questions about that. Whereas a woman said, what kind of job do you have? Because we want to make sure both will fit each other. Men are visual. See through that tunnel vision from the beginning. Their fitness, their attraction is what up that lust in you. For women, it's whether he can provide and protect. See, it was amazing. I was listening to, it was one of the talk shows or one of the shows that comes on. It was dealing with people staying together. And they was talking, and the mother, can he provide? And what she was saying that she didn't want her daughter with him because her daughter is paying all the bills. So he can't provide for her. He called himself her manager, and she's in the business of wanting to be an actor. She wants to be a performer, and he's the manager, but he's not racking up and getting the business together. But he's not providing. She's the one with the money. She's making providing. That is something a man have to really deal with. You have to understand that in whether you call it traditional, it is also leaping into modern time. Are you a provider? Are you a protector? Are you a prophet? Or are you a priest? Now, the next one I want to talk about, because I was talking to a good friend of mine, and they are female, and they was talking about uh, leaders said the person they was married to was not their leader, could not lead. And I was just thinking, I said, now you're looking for somebody to lead, but they can't lead you if you're not willing to follow. See, we get everything that we want, and then we come back and say they cannot lead because, your selection process of who you select was not up to par. You picked the person that made you tingle. See, he started off, well, he can provide and can protect. He's a prophet and a priest, but he's not a leader. And if you are not allowing that person to lead, don't say you don't know how to lead. The point is, are you a follower? See, that's the problem. We want to get caught. Okay, well, we equal. You can't have two leaders. That's why you have a chief in Indians. You don't have all chiefs because you will get nothing done. So it's pragmatic that you do that to make sure you understand you're able to follow. Don't say he can't lead you when you're not willing to follow. And then when we get to men, as I said, the young ladies, see, sometimes we have to understand and say what you want in a relationship. As I said in the title, you're on WVSW Radio, the internet station. This is Happy Hour Talk. We ask you to join us at Happy Hour for some cocktails. You can have your cocktail libation and some happy talk. Talk about happy things. And this is a happy thing because we need to know what you want. You need to know what you want in a relationship. As a woman, you got to understand what that man wants as well. So you have to understand what he wants. See, we seen when you ask that, well, he wants their support. He want he wants somebody to do this for him. He wants somebody to do it. I'm gonna just tell you, let's be honest. This is basically, I'm talking about the men that fall in that category of understanding where they are, understand they're respected by other men, and they're in a position to be in that level, which is a small level, 15% of men that are individuals carry themselves in a quality way. So what they're looking for from their dating mate or relationship mate is you have to come, he's looking for to be married. He's looking for a wife. And he's looking for someone to carry his seed into the next generation as a wife. So you're looking for somebody to be cooperative. You can't do everything, no. You may agree to disagree. You cannot be disagreeable and be in a relationship. See, now it's all about you. They're looking for someone to be friendly, someone that they're able to communicate with, talk with, show the love. See, friendly is how you share yourself and work with it. I am a friendly person. They're looking for somebody fit. Remember, men are visual. We cannot continue to allow ourselves to get over that point and affect our BMI. See, a lot of people, that's based on something. But I'm going to tell you like this, your BMI is just important to you. You cannot be 5'2", weighing 200 pounds as a woman and see yourself. You can have all in your mind, but the man is visual. He has in his mind. See, you go back to many years ago where you had the 34-24, 36-34-24, something like that. That's a mindset. You cannot change and make men be women. If that's the way they are acting to see the people that's going to be in a relationship with it, you're either going to adjust it or you move on to somebody who's going to accept that. You have to make sure because for your health purpose, our well-beings are very important. Thank you so much, Lena Payne Webb of Blue Impression Publishing is joining us. Thank you, Sarah Webb, for joining us. She's a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Let me give a shout out to Jackie that's joining us, along with Grady. Thank you for taking time. Pamela, thank you so much. That's Pamela Denise. Thank you so much for joining us. William Floyd, thank you for taking time to be with us. We have a visitor that's joining us as well, along with Erod. Thank you so much. Nathania, thank you. Queen, thank you. That's Queen Smith. You have Jane Nevo. Thank you so much, baby. Melissa, is it Militia? Thank you, 123, a user. You have Georgie G. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you for joining. That's Rudy Simmons 69. Let me give a shout out her. Annie, thank you for Judy. Thank you so much for joining us. Dad, thank you, Dad, for joining us. We have Theophilus. Thank you so much for joining us. I just hit it on a heart and sent it up a heart. I give all of them a heart. We also have several other individuals I want to give a shout out to as I stroll down. DJ Cool, thank you so much for joining. Along with Theophilus, thank you so much. Leroy, thank you. Judy B, 1960, joining us. We have, is this Unida, thank you so much. Vic, thank you for taking time to be a part of it. Thank you. There's many others, and I'm going to give a shout out to them as we move forward. Thank you so much, Sarah Webb, for that. Thank you for the hello. Thank you for so much. And we have several other people join us slowly. But I want you to keep in mind the title of today's show is What Do You Want in a Relationship? That comes down to your expectations. That's the bottom. See, those things ties in. What I'm looking for. What I want this relationship. This is what I want in a relationship. Now, it might be some things you really need, might be in where you want to as well in a relationship, because the relationship is a choice. So you choose to be in a relationship. Don't nobody make you be in a relationship. And the people you choose to be in a relationship is your choice. Do not punish other people because of the choices that you made in that relationship. It turned to be toxic. It didn't work out. Then you want a person because of your choice. So choose the right reasons for being in a relationship. First of all, emotional maturity. You cannot expect someone else to be emotional mature if you're not mature. Say that again. You can't expect someone you're choosing to be in a relationship to be emotional mature when you're not emotional mature. See, the ideal is relationships are reflected, just like a mirror. It reflects what you want. It reflects who you are. So you can't hide because it shows really who you are. So when you're selecting people, you're going to pick people that's like-minded. So you got to make sure the person is emotional mature. One of the key things that we have to spend time working on that. The next thing is mutual trust. See, a lot of time we pick people, already know we cannot trust them. We already know we're going to, because you know why? We can't trust ourselves. See, I think trust starts as self-trust. Trust starts with you. See, if you're doing some things out there shows you are not trustworthy, don't expect to select someone who is trustworthy, because it's not going to work. Relationship is reflected. Don't have them to be trustworthy and you're not. See, a relationship is all about. See, don't be disrespectful to. See, one thing about respect, you can't turn it on and off. Too many times people want to turn it on. I only give certain people respect. I don't give all respect. You're either going to be respectful or you're not. You have to make a choice. It's no in-betweens. It ain't that I can be respectful today and disrespectful tomorrow. That ain't the way life works. You can't expect someone to show you respect when you don't respect yourself. Relationships are reflected. Just keep that in mind. Just like a mirror. Friendship. See, that's what you should want in a relationship, is someone that's see when we say friendship, we get caught up and think, oh, we're going to be how to be friends. It's a difference between just being a friendship, which is a relationship, is someone being friendly. Everybody don't know how to be friendly. And we have to keep that in mind. The next thing that's so important is physical attraction. I said earlier, men and women are different. When we meet people, we look for certain things through our communication. We don't look for the same thing until we go past the first thing that all of us are looking for. And that's why you have to know what you want. See, you can't expect a man to look at the same thing in a woman as a woman may look in a man, because we're two different individuals. Our genders don't allow us to do it, because our role that we play in life don't allow us to see the same things when we first see an individual, which is our first attraction. The lust stage. Lust stage says that, I'm visual. Men are visual. They see you. And 51% of the men going to tell you they see you and they want to see you being fit. If someone want to say subjective, that's subjective. Well, that don't make it right. The majority they want to see someone fit. You've heard this saying, well, they want to walk around with a very beautiful lady on their arm, and every man want to do that. But every man is not going to be capable of doing that. But they still will like it. They want it. It's about, what do you want in a relationship? For a woman, and people always get upset when you're talking about that. A lot of times women, they want to know, can that person provide? Can that person stay? So we're number one. And I want to share our first sponsor with us. I thank this young lady for being a part of what we're trying to do here. See, God is so good. He has blessed us where we was able to connect to the point that, this connection will continue to get even better and better. And in regards to a webinar, and it was good because I definitely gained some things out of it. This is Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impressions Publishing.
To share your inspiring story with the world, look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran-owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive through their publication. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So what's for you? Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Give a shout out to Blue Impression Publishing. Sarah, remember Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Lena Payton Webb, and the number was shared with you, but I'll give it back to you again. That is 833-251-2665. Give her a call and talk with her and see how she can provide you with an opportunity to publish your memoir, publish your life story, or just do whatever you want to do in that area. Because everybody talk about, I want to write a story, I want to write a book, I want to do certain things. And she's the right organization to be, publishing company. That's Blue Impression Publishing. Sarah Lena Payton Webb. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being a part of this. As we move forth on things that we, what we really want in a relationship, we want a clear communication opportunity, clear, concise communication. We want to be able to talk so concise and clear that we understand each other. We have to work on our listening skills. That's one of the challenges most of us have, is our listening skills. So you have to work and make sure you listen at a position or opportunity that you hear what people say. Then you can work on moving to your hearing what was said, to the point where you now can think about it, so you can articulate your response. That's what effective communication is all about. See, and what you have to do once you able to identify those three things and what you should be looking, these are possible things you should be looking for. You need to ask your date, the person you want to be in a relationship, to share what they are looking for as well, to determine if the two of you are compatible. That should happen in an associate, right to get to the beginning of the acquaintance stage. Tell them you're going to tell them you're intentional. You cannot get what you want unless you're intentional about dating, relationship, to get a favorable outcome. You may ask yourself, we don't know what your outcome will be, but you have an idea you want it to be favorable. So you have to have a conversation. Ask them to share what they're looking for. What do you want in this relationship? What do you want? And we have to move forward and understand. Let's look at what should you want in a relationship? What should I want in a relationship? First of all, we want to start with our emotional needs, emotional stability, emotional maturity, emotional well-being should be considered in a relationship. Because when you focus on your emotional needs, where you can be stable and mature, you have to look at how affectionate are you? Or are you just thinking about casual? You're not thinking about getting to the point where I want to be in a serious relationship, a long-lasting relationship. See, you have to be intentional about what you're doing to get a favorable outcome. How acceptance are you? You have to accept people and their faults if you want to be in a successful relationship, healthy relationship. Validation. If you need validation, you got to share that. I need validation on a regular basis. Being safe and secure in a relationship. These are your emotional needs. Being safe and secure. Trustworthy. Am I trustworthy? Can you trust me? Can I trust myself? You have to ask yourself. Empathy. See, you want to be around people who have empathy. You want to be around people who are selfless, not selfish. There's a lot of people out there who's very selfish. And they continue to get into relationships. And those relationships are failing because it's all about themselves. See, you want them to be selfless, but instead they're selfish. Come on now. They're thinking about themselves. Selfish means that you think about others. You put others before you put yourself. And that's empathy, having empathy for others. Prioritization. See, I had this conversation recently, and I said, if you don't prioritize life, what's going to happen in your life? Because there's an order already in. Once you get into a relationship, there's already an order in the play. God has already put that order. And if you're a Christian and a practicing Christian, you understand what I'm saying. The order is truly God, family, work, and community. If you allow work and community to get ahead of God and family, you're not going to be successful in a relationship. I can tell you that now. Prioritizing what you're doing. Making sure this is Eden Sander is joining us. Javonna Williams joining us. Thank you. I want to give them a shout out because it just popped up. Karen Harrison, thank you for joining. Sweet Patella, Princess Flourish, thank you for joining us. Velma, thank you so much. Jackie Tick, thank you so much for joining us. You have Sin Baby 67. Thank you for joining us. And there's many others I'm gonna give a shout out to, but just remember you have to prioritize your first of all your life. And then you have to prioritize what you're looking for in your relationship. You may want a lot of things, but if you never prioritize how you're going to get to them, you will never get to it. Just keep that in mind. You have to and demand and request honesty. That's a key to healthy relationship. If you're not honest, if you just tell a little white lie the first time, individual's not going to believe you from that point. I don't care what you say and what you do. You have to get away from the white lie. Tell the truth. Be honest. Be honest. If you omit something, if it's by omission, it's still the same thing. And you learn to deal with it. Learn to deal with it. But try to be as honest as possible with your mate or with your relationship or your dating process. If you want to build a healthy, loving relationship, it is paramount. Good boundaries. Set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Good communication, respect, intentional love. That go back to intent now. You're in this relationship, you must be intentional about being in this relationship. And you have to be with somebody who's intentionally wanting to be in a relationship with you. You have to do it. You can't be afraid to do it. See, truly, it's amazing that individuals just want to call and just give you a shout out, want to talk to you. And I'll be like, okay, thank you so much. Truly, I appreciate you because I know what you're trying to do, but you have to allow me an opportunity to have a ball tonight. And sometimes we get it on when they call in, they just throw my streaming off. So this is all right. I'm going to continue to move forward because it'll tell me to use another application or close this application out, then go to another one. And that's what happened. But we're going to move forward and make sure. Just remember that you want a healthy, long-lasting relationship and a loving relationship. You have to be honest. Both of you have to be honest with each other. Set good boundaries, good communication, have respect, intentional love, spend time together, being supported, you got to support one another, being willing to forgive. See, a healthy relationship involves honesty, trust, respect, and open communication. That's what a healthy relationship involves. It also requires the mates to put in the work, which is your effort, and be able to compromise. If you're not willing to compromise, both people must be able to do that. There's no imbalance of power. Partners respect each other's independence, where they can make their own decision without fear of retribution, retaliation, or shared decision. That is what you should be looking for in a relationship. That's what you want in a relationship, and that's what you need to demand if you want to have a healthy relationship. I want to give a shout out to our next sponsors. That's L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC.
That's right, hard work. Check out L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. For more information, call Mr. Tony Starworth at 334-300-7401. Again, that's 334-300-7401. Or go to Facebook and check out. We look forward to making it do what it do. Here we go.
Hard work. L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, and it's all about hard work. Give Mr. Anthony Starworth a call at 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook, type in Anthony Starworth, and it will populate the information. You can direct message him to share with him what you need. Let him know he can give you the information. He's the manicure expert, and they put in hard work. They'll clean your land all in South Central Alabama. So we'll give a shout out to Mr. Anthony Starworth, one of our sponsors, L&T Starworth Lawn Service. As we move forth in our next topic, this is WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one, and your own talk. We ask you to just join us as you're doing for some discussion or conversation over a cocktail, just talking about happy things. That is Happy Hour Talk. Thank you so much on WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. Let's look at some important things in a relationship. A lot of times people don't realize there are certain things that we have to spend a lot of time on, but we have to know what they are and how to what they look like and how to work with. One of the key things that we have to keep in, consider one of the most important things in a relationship is intimacy. See, intimacy is not talking about sexual intimacy all the time. It's a part of it, but you have other ways you can show your intimacy. Communicating by text, setting up a note, sending a letter, sending a card, or showing up, sending flowers, holding a hand, being the protector that you are. If you don't know how to protect, then let me share. When you're with your mate or your spouse, you have to make sure if you're out in an open setting, you can always put yourself between them and what's on the outside. It might be cars, might be whatever it is. You put yourself on the side as a protector. You can show your intimacy by holding hands, touching, hugging. These are some things that are missing, and sometimes we just go straight to the sex and forget about the ideal of that, just cuddling, just holding, just touching. That's important to a relationship. See, we have to always keep in mind that if we just focus on just the sexual part, it will not always build your relationship. Sometimes it becomes a building block. And in that building block, I mean, understanding what intimacy is or sex, it allows you to be able to communicate, connect. See, that's one of the, let me take that connection and get people to understand what you want in a relationship is being able to connect with the person that you are attracted to, or the person makes you tingle. If you can, they can make you tingle, but do you have a connection with them? And we do not connect externally. We connect internally. We connect from your heart and your soul. If you're broken and you need to heal, you will never be able to connect until you heal. Somebody else did to you. But I always tell everybody, the choices you make, you chose that person and you didn't know they were going to take it, but they showed you from the beginning they were going to go there. But you know, you had in your mind, I can change it. You can't change people that want to be changed. You have to definitely look at the connection. You have to look at, again, communication. Are they effective communicators? Do they have good listening skills? Are they able to be intellectual, show their intelligence by thinking about what's going on? Then are they able to articulate? Because I can tell you in my lifetime, I've seen some of the most beautiful women they are. But you walk up and when they open their mouth, something ain't right into play. You have to keep that in mind. So when we're talking about connection, it's an internal. Consistency. Are you consistent in what you're doing? Are you consistent? Or do you are you one of the persons that get it started up, be there for a minute, and all of a sudden you ghost them? You ghost them because you can't get what you want when you want it. We have to keep in mind, cafe, I have to go back and try to tie all this in because it's in a relationship. And I love cafe, we have the menu, and on the menu is your starters, the appetizer. And when you meet someone and you have that lust, you, oh, I like what I see. Because, you know, the individual. Just keep it in mind. To the point I moved, I said, okay, I'm going to move to the entree, which is that's your attraction. That's being the communication. This is showing your work, showing that you're consistent, showing that you're committed. Then we move forward to the dessert. See, that dessert is that awakening. That gets you excited inside. So we're talking about the social stage, which is your lust. We're talking about your acquaintance stage, which is your attraction. We're talking about your friendship, still part of the attraction. In your romantic stage, then you got the awakening, along with attachment, which is where you take your libation or your liquids and you drink it to wash everything. That gets you attached to that person. This is what we're talking about. Consistency is key. Connection is key. Respect is very important. Knowing what you want in a relationship. If someone asks you what you want in a relationship, and you may come and say, well, all I want to find somebody that can, that's a provider, a protector. Okay, that's all you're going to get. Because that's all you want. You have to know what you want. And you have to be able to articulate what you want in the beginning, in that stage of acquaintance. That means you got to search inside of you and speak what you want. Speak it into existence because you're going to put the work in to make sure. Give a shout out to Director D. Thank you so much. Ty Boss, thank you so much. Is this Algita? Thank you. Princess Flores, thank you so much. Karen Harrison, thank you so much for joining us. We also have Queen Regina Lynn, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so out of the great state of Georgia. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us and being a part of what we're doing here. I noticed you popped up. You was live yourself. Thank you so much for being a part of this. That's Sarah Regina. Thank you so much for supporting what we're trying to do. Roosevelt Q, have Anthony Ross. Thank you for taking time to be here. Stanley, thank you for being a part of this as well. As we move forward, I want to give a shout out as we get ready to move to our next focus. The things you want in a relationship. It's the why now. When did the what? We talk about what you should have. And now we want to talk about why do you want those things in a relationship? Why do you want to give a shout out to our next sponsor, restaurant out of Georgiana, Alabama, in South Central Alabama. The co-owners are a member of the Blue and White family. We have Brother Marvin Lala Smith and his wife, Katrina Roper Smith, a member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Marvin is a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity in Portland, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter out of Green.
Located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home-cooked breakfast. All the fixings, you name it, they've got it. And not just home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much, much more. Simple fun. Mary Ruth's Restaurant has seafood Friday, barbecue Saturday, and it's all cut fresh and made from scratch. 61 West State Highway 106 in Georgiana. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today, 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home-cooked meals, family-friendly environment, great food. Who can ask for more in a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 to 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home-cooked food with a family-friendly environment. Come on by and dinner from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
It's Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama, located, as it says, 261 Highway 106 West. Check them out. And as I said, the Blue and White family are co-owners, Brother Marvin and Sarah Katrina. If you're traveling down to the Fort Walton, Destin Beach area, or to Orange Beach, you can stop by. You go through Georgiana, Alabama. They're about 1.5 miles off the road on 106. You get off on 55 to 5. Coming from somewhere west. You heard it on WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number 1. We're excited to come before you because we offer you an interactive format. And we give a shout out to a few other people. George is joining us. Thank you. Timmy. Thank you so much for joining. Wesley Smith joining us. We have Mariana Brown. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. And you're become a follower today. Thank you so much, and we're going to follow you back. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much for being a part of this. DJ, and Bizza. Thank you, DJ Bizza 342. Thank you for joining us. James Garner, thank you for taking time to be a part of this. We have Sydney. Thank you so much. Tick. Thank you so much. Vilma, thank you so much for taking time to be a part of. Anthony Ross, thank you for being here. It's good to have you as well. God, it's so good to be blessed to have all of you on here. Just remember, WBSW Radio, the internet station, have listeners and watchers in 43 countries and on 6 continents. We're interactive. We want you to be a part of Happy Hour Talk. And I ask you to join me because we're just going to talk about happy things. We're going to have a cocktail, and we're just going to talk about things that we want to address in our daily life. Today we're talking about what do you want in a relationship. Now, we talked about the what, the should. Now we're going to talk about, do you want to even be in a relationship? See, we have to keep in mind that you want to be in a relationship, but you want it to be You don't want to be in a negative relationship. You want to be in a positive. You don't want to be in a toxic relationship. You want to be in a long-lasting, healthy relationship that have a favorable outcome, like marriage. What do you want? Do you want marriage? Then you need to be in a position like this. If you want to be a wife, if you say a wife, then you have to be a wife before you get into that relationship. See, a lot of times we just you can't make everybody. Everybody's not made to be a wife, because you have to be a wife. You have to be trained, because you have the challenges of the duties and the responsibility to be a wife. So we have to work. 1 out of 4 Black females will marry in their lifetime. That's 26%. Say 25 if you want to. And we have to make sure we understand what we're asking. What do you want? If that's what you want, then you have to put yourself in a position to be successful for a positive, favorable outcome. It is suggested that if you're in a relationship, feeling connected to others improves your immune system, your blood pressure, and healing after injury. If you notice that if someone go to the doctor and get some challenging news, if you by yourself and no one there to show that they really care about you, you slowly run into a situation. Because I even saw, even with my dad, my dad was a pretty healthy man, but he fell out the chair and hit his head, who at the time was almost 80 years old, 81 years old. And we had to make sure we take care of him. Yes, we placed him in where he can get 24-hour care, but we was there feeding him every day. Someone did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We was there every day. The minute, and this happened in COVID, because he was in there from 16 to 20. And in those years, COVID hit, and we couldn't go, and we saw how he declined. The man was 6'4", weighed about 200 pounds. When he transitioned June of 2020, pandemic hit March, because I can remember the day they stopped letting us go in to do what we normally do on March the 9th at this living facility. And he just went downhill. He went there, first of all, do 21 days rehab, and end up the injury was a little bit more cumbersome for him, and he stayed there because they could give him the help. He's a diabetic, had many things going on with it. But when we stopped through the pandemic, not able to come feed him like we normally do, we saw him go from 200 pounds down to 150 pounds. And then he transitioned. That was March when the pandemic was officially where everything was shut down. He transitioned in the last week of May and right at June 1st, and he transitioned home. But not being able to give him that, he stopped eating, and when you have positive relationship, when you have individuals that's in your life, you can't do nothing but get better because you have some people there to keep your spirit up. You have a reason to live. In addition, when you talk about making sure that all these health situations are addressed, that's why your health well-being is very important. Meaning your health, whether it's mentally, physically, or emotionally. We have to always keep it in mind. That's important, but some very important things like improving. When you have a positive relationship, it improves your self-esteem. You can fall basically for anything or anybody sometimes. So you have to make you keep yourself in a positive relationship. It improves your mood. Some people have mood swings. A lot of times those swings are very, very uncooperative, disagreeable, emotional. You have to make sure in a relationship, we go through things, but the thing about it, you know the good is there and you work from good. You keeps you up. Your mood is always a positive mood. You want to be around. People want to be around you. You're friendly. That's what they call it. The next thing is stress level. See, when you're in a positive relationship, this is why you want to be in a relationship, because your stress level don't go up higher, it comes down. Stress and anxiety plays a major part on our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. Your mood, your stress level, your self-esteem. This is why you want to be in a positive relationship, because when you're in a toxic relationship, that toxic relationship will literally destroy you. Lead sometime when it's so toxic, the stress, or physically you may encounter things, but emotionally you're gonna encounter something. So that's one thing about relationships is if you are in a toxic relationship, you begin that allows you, and pretty much what I'm sharing with you is that you pick up some of those things that you don't think that you really or you never had, and they are emotional things that you learn to deal with, but you also pick them up and carry them with you. And you can use them in other situations. I always said that I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody that haven't healed yet. If you hadn't seeked the healing, you hadn't seeked the help, the support, and you're healed, I don't want your relationship, because you know what? I'm going to be collateral damage. What you're going to do, you're going to take out everything on me that happened with you before. You say why you want to be in a relationship is because you want to be in a position where you can have a positive relationship, a healthy relationship. But you have to be healed first. If you're not healed, do not take that into a relationship. I don't care how much you want. Do not take that negative thought process into that relationship, into your next relationship. Real talk. WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. Our next sponsor is Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
If you want to purchase some of the best soap and perfumes in Grace, the owner is Miss Jennifer Jackson. Facebook. Type in Jennifer with one N, Jackson, or Charlie's Angel. There are several items like Bombshell, Chance of a Lifetime, Bloody Lovers, Straight Savage, Manpower, Goat Milk Lotion, and coming at 1-369-1342. Soap Gem by Jackson and Grace.
Come on now. Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Thank you so much, Jennifer Jackson. Go to Facebook, type in Jennifer Jackson or Charlie's Angel, or give her a call at 251-369-1344. She operates in South Central Alabama. Have a lot of pop-up stores also in the great state of Georgia and Atlanta area. Check her out, see what's going on with her, and see what she can offer you. And many of the products that she shared, I have a lot of samples that here. And truly, that beard, your man beard oil is awesome, man. I tell you, it's great. And just well as some of the other things, common sea salt. You can put it in your water while you're taking a bath. And it's truly an opportunity for you to check her out. She has some of the nicest scents, perfume and soap scent there are. So give a shout out, Jennifer Jackson. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for supporting what we're doing. Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. As we move forward in our talk about relationship and what you want, we ask you, what kind of relationship did you want in life? I said, first of all, from the beginning of the show, I asked you the question as our title, what do you want in a relationship? So what do you want in a relationship? What kind of relationship do you want to have in life? See, we all want to have the positive relationship. We all want to have the best, the healthy relationship. We want to have the long-lasting relationship. We want to have the committed relationship. But truly, do you understand really what you want in life in the form of relationship? Do you know what you want? Or you're just thinking about something you can jump in, have 80% in and 20% out. If you're not giving 100%, don't even get up. We give a shout out to Lyric Eagle. Thank you so much. Also, Mariana Brown joining us back again. Thank you. I want to give her a shout out. We also have Dante. Thank you so much for joining. Lucy, thank you so much. Veltime, thank you. Alan, thank you so much. LeBron B_West joining us. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Let's look at the kind of relationship you want to be. First of all, you want to be intentional about that relationship. Don't get into a relationship unless you find out the intent of the individual, as well as you must tell and share with them your intent. Don't be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. Don't be in a relationship looking for something to receive out of a relationship and you're not willing to reciprocate it back to them. And that's one of the biggest challenges we have in our modern day is more what I can get out of the individual. What can I get out of the relationship? If you're not intentional, both of you on the same page, you will not have a favorable outcome. The goal is what I'm going to get is a favorable outcome because I am intentional in the relationship. See, I prefer the kind of relationship in which my mate gives me respect. Each partner should respect the other opinion, boundaries, and individuality. That's the kind of relationship you want to be in. You want to be in a relationship with whom I can communicate easily with. I can trust my mate. When we're spending time, it's essential because it means just as much for you as it means for me. We need to have partners who still can, in essence, a mate, can maintain independence in your personal space. If you're going to build a man cave, let him go in his man cave. If you're going to build a woman cave, go into the woman cave. If you need to step away, you got to have that personal space and that time to get away. So when you allow that, you can understand the value of a relationship. The value of a relationship. What you want is a relationship that has value, have a strong foundation. We both understand what exactly we're bringing to the table and what we want for each other. We got to know what each other wants. So that means you have to ask the question. Don't make an assumption what you want in a relationship is the same as what your mate wants. You have to allow the conversation to go on. See, I can be happy with a relationship that includes the physical and the mental well-being. Then I can be happy with my mate, physical and mental well-being. I have to be happy with the emotional, the spiritual, and financial well-being of my mate, as well as they feel the same way about me. See, whenever I feel down, I should be able to go to my mate and they'll be there. Let them know so they can be there. That is so important. And we have to always keep in mind. We give a shout out to our next sponsors. And I give a shout out. Time is running. That's Mr. William Scott. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for taking time and being a part of what we're trying to do here. This gentleman is an awesome young man who's developing a business that deal with local government agencies, a lot of rural government agencies. He helped them put together grants. What he do is they'll put the grant, he'll make sure they administer the grant, put the proposal to present to those people, their final work being done. His organization, he do research, he do some awesome things. That's Mr. William Scott, TriStat LLC in Central Alabama. I'll give a shout out for Mr. William Scott, TriStat LLC.
TriStat LLC can grow your business. We provide specialized business and management consulting services. TriStat LLC meets your consulting needs in the industry of engineering, accounting, research, and management service sector. Contact Scott at 334-330-5438 or 334-526-0228.
That's Mr. William Scott, TriStat LLC, consulting firm that meets your needs. You can give Mr. Scott a call at 334-320-5438 or go to William Scott on Facebook. Check them out and see how they can provide you a service. As we move forward, we're going to do quickly because we're going 15 minutes over the time right now. What does women really want in a relationship? And this is talking and communicating with women to find out. See, women deserve a man who is a provider, a protector, a leader. He's honorable, he's fair, and he's ethical. See, in terms of a relationship, having integrity can help strengthen the bond that a man has with a woman, as his moral principles will guide in his behavior and help him be the best mate that he can be. The woman also wants in a relationship kindness. See, kindness is one of the most valuable traits to look for in a mate. Having a guy treat other people like they want to be treated can help you allow you treat you how he treats you in a relationship. If he treats the other people with respect, he will treat you with respect. If you don't allow yourself to go through disrespect. I actually truly, once people show themselves, run as fast as you can. Get away from them. I don't care who they say they are. Because what they say in their action is different. They ain't showed you. So whatever they show you, and you know you're not going to be able to accept it, move on as quick as you can. See, a man who is compassionate and he's courteous to others will most likely be the same way to you. Even when he's having a bad day. That's what women are looking for. That's what they want. For a man, we have to give these essential areas a shout out. See, some common emotional needs that a man is looking forward to getting are respect. See, I'll just be straight up and honest with you. It's sort of like a little gender wars going on, especially in our culture, the Black culture. And listen to a lot of times say a lot of, if that's something he's desiring and asking for, that's the first thing you need to make sure you work on. Giving that person respect. Now, I'm not saying that he has a right to disrespect you, See, if he's receiving the respect, he's going to respect you. See, your relationship are reflected of you. Your choices are your choices. It's not nobody else's choice. What somebody did to you because you chose them, don't put it on me because it has nothing to me with me. Affection. You're looking for deep affection. Sexual fulfillment. You're looking for sexual fulfillment too. Looking for the same thing. He makes you tingle. So when he makes you tingle, he's who you want to be with. You choose to be with. You can get that fulfillment out of it. But don't be unreal. Don't be unrealistic. Can't sit up and watch these so-called professional actors and think that's the way it's going to be. It's not always going to. It takes work. You have to communicate with one another. What do you want? What are you looking for in the sexual fulfillment area? They're looking for honesty, prioritization, whether you can prioritize what this relationship is going to be, what you want and what he wants. Y'all have to prioritize what you can give to each other. Men are wanting cooperation. No one wants to be an uncooperative person. Nobody want to be around an uncooperative person. Because you're selfish, you want it your way. You're not going to be able to do it. But don't lead that because you're uncooperative and say that that person can't lead because you're not willing to follow. See, following is, the best way to be a leader is to be a great follower. That means you have to cooperate. You have to be agreeable. You can't be always disagreeable. We can agree to disagree, but it ain't gonna be always disagreeing, fussing, but that's a toxic relationship. Friendly. Do you know how to be friendly? Do you know how to be friendly? That's a friendship. I said to be friendly. Fit. It's one of the things I work on all the social media. I know you. There's more young ladies are in the gym working out and they post it because they want you to see, because that's what they know. This is what the men are looking for, a fit person. So you have to make sure you fit. And when we say fit, we meaning mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to be fit. Are you fit for a relationship? Submission. That word turns people to go crazy. I ain't never doing it. But you choose not to. If that's what you're looking for, if you can't do it, don't do it. You're all right. Some men want to feel respected by their mate, just as a woman want to. A woman wants you to respect them. You got to respect that man as well. See, a lot of times this includes being treated as an equal partner, an equal mate, having their opinion and feelings acknowledged and valued, being trusted to make decisions. Respect is also crucial when it comes to communication. Somebody asks you a question, you can't bark down at them. As a woman, you can't bark down at them. And he can't bark down at you. Man wants a mate who can be by his side. I always tell a joke. I remember dating a young lady many years ago. About 10 years ago. And they always would say, if you get into a conflict with somebody and you're about to go to jail, just throw me your wallet. And I said, throw you your wallet? I said, well, you don't think I'm worthy enough that you can get me out of jail with the bond and I can pay you? See, we got to have trust and believe in each other. You want the same thing that happened to you. And steps he will take toward the future. And I wouldn't recommend nobody to follow you. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining us. It's a pleasure having you here, Coach. Give a shout out to Ibra, George, Sophie, Shane. Thank you. Zakash, Pierre. Thank you for joining us. We also have Pastor Larry Thomas joining us. Thank you, Larry. We also have big_bad_boogie. Thank you so much for taking time. Cameron Thomas Boone. Trying to give a shout out and move through where we're discussing. This is the final thing we're talking about with whether we had the woman, now we're talking about the men. See, they want someone to be willing where they can plan and move toward the future. That's why they want to be intentional and they want to have a favorable outcome. They want someone to listen to them without judgment. Exchange ideas. The feeling of loyalty, trust, and frankness is the most important ground emotions. Loyalty, trust, and frankness. Remember, those are emotional, part of your emotional cue. Don't operate always on feelings because you have other feelings of emotion, which is loyalty. See, people operate when they say feelings. This is a feeling of loyalty. See how my feeling is? I feel like this, but are you? You don't have to say I feel loyal. I am loyal. I am trustworthy. I'm going to be frank with you. Those are important grounds of emotion. Want to feel with his woman. He will feel that woman truly see his emotional side as well. There are 5 needs that this man also asks you for. See, we ain't got beyond the social. We ain't got beyond the acquaintance. We ain't got beyond to the friendship. We got to the romantic and moving to the life or the life commitment. They're looking for admiration, physical attractiveness, recreation. They truly want that. They want to make sure security. They want to be secure as well. It's important in a relationship. Space, emotional intimacy, a sexual connection, respect, praise, and acceptance are very important to have a successful relationship or a healthy relationship with a favorable outcome. The title, what do you want in a relationship? Give a shout out to Fresh. Thank you for joining 2K. That WJ Nini, thank you so much for being a part of what we're sharing with you today. I'm gonna see we got a few more down here we need to give a shout out. Christy Long, thank you so much. Jackie, thank you. Molly, Jean, thank you so much. We have Summer Breeze, thank you. D Johnson, Charles Jones, Beanie, thank you so much. Ohima, Gabby, thank you for taking time. Leon Drayton, Genome 2717, Francois, thank you so much. Janelle, thank you. Jolie, thank you so much for being here. Miami Man, 5050, thank you. User, thank you. I want to give a shout out to Thomas, thank you so much. Laura Gibson, thank you so much. Jay, thank you. Thank each and every one of y'all for being a part of this. We're getting ready to close now. Thank you. We'll have an awesome show planned tomorrow, and it's an early show at 3 o'clock. It's our sports talk show, Balling with the Doc. I'm the host of that show as well. And I want you to, when you're joining us, send me some likes. I would love for you to hit the like button. We also have an opportunity to support the show through monetization. You can click on the bean, the support, and need to get them up. We need you to rise them up, and you can do it. We know you can. Thank you so much for being supported in our show today. What do you want in relationship? Happy hour talk. And as God has been so good, and as we get ready to leave here, we want to play our last commercial. And before we play that commercial, I want to give a shout out to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. They actually come join them on June the 21st, 2024 for the Summer in Blue event at the Harlem Event Center in Georgetown, Alabama, from 7 to 11. And the attire is, you can have your summer look. As I remember, you can wear your white, you can wear your blue. We're actually not to come in with jerseys, warm-up suits. We actually come in and we're going to have an awesome setting. With that setting, if you pay, the cost is going to be $15, and it'll take care of your hors d'oeuvres that we're playing. You bring your own. It's BYOB. Bring your own beverage, and you could come and have a ball. Summer in Blue with the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity. But this is open to the public, and we truly want you to know that we're inviting you to come support what we're doing in Georgetown, Alabama on June the 21st, which is a Friday night, from 7 to 11. And the location of the Harlem Event Center is located at, and I'm going to try to find it right quick. I got it here, 119 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama, 36033. If you want more information, you can email Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville at gmail.com, or you can call 334-467-7261. And if you know a brother that's in that chapter in Greenville, Alabama, and Georgetown, Alabama, that's a connection, two places. One chapter serve all those areas, and give them a holler, ask him, how can you pay your ticket? How can you buy your ticket? We're going to have, you can cash and send your money to Cash App, and you'll let us know, and we'll have you, and that Cash App will be truly in line with the chapter, and we'll make sure we have that in place so you can just purchase your tickets online. That's coming up. So join those guys down in Greenville, Alabama. They'll be in Georgiana, which is 15-mile travel different. And it's Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, and it's a Summer in Blue jam. June 21st. Start at 7 o'clock. And the dress and ties come with your summer dress, jerseys, and all that. You will bring your own beverage. Check them out. They'll be posting more information on each one of the sites, including their handles as well. Have an awesome rest of the evening. Tomorrow is Baltimore, and I'm truly excited about coming for you. That promo is those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity.
It's been a pleasure to talk about the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville, Alabama. The most progressive of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. They're providing service. They're setting up to the motto, culture, sincerity, and service for humanity. If you want to contact those brothers, you can go to Facebook, Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville, or you can go to Instagram, and that's Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville with the number 10. And if you want to tweet them, those brothers, that's Zeta Phi Sigma _10. Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, we're proud of you. Make it do what it do.
All right, my. Check us out tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It's Ball with the Doc. Dr. Rosalie Smith, myself will be the host. And we'll look forward to sharing some sports talk, talking about historical black colleges, high school, and middle schools in the southeastern part, as well as your Power 5 and professional. Have an awesome rest of the night. We'll see you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Make it do what it do. Want to tell you we love you from our heart. And I just want to say, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have an awesome rest of the day and night. Be careful, be blessed. We truly ask you to be encouraged.